Alright, starting off with the very famous coin, the 1965 Roosevelt dime. You guys will say, why in the world would that coin be famous? Well, this one here, this specific one is famous. Very well known in the coin community because it's not a regular 1965 Roosevelt dime. It looks like it is, but it's not. This 1965 Roosevelt dime design was struck onto a silver 10-cent planchet. Now, in 1965, they're not supposed to be silver. 1964 was the last year that they produced Roosevelt dimes 90% silver, right, for circulation. This coin ended up selling for $9,000 because it was accidentally struck onto a silver dime planchet from the previous year, 1964. So always weigh your dimes. You know, I have this in my coin book as well, a guide to coin collecting. It is available exclusively on couchcollectibles.com. It's the only place you can get it, so feel free to check that out. Let's move on to a very similar mint era. This is the 1965 Washington quarter. So that is the transitional year. 1964 Washington quarters were 90% silver. 1965 they transitioned to clad quarters, which are not silver. However, this quarter here is actually silver when it was not supposed to be. So this coin ended up selling for over $7,000 because of that mint error. The coin is graded by NGC. So again, weigh your quarters as well. All that information in my book. Now here's the 1971 D mint mark Washington quarter. It looks very normal like any old 1971 quarter would here on the obverse, but here on the reverse you'll see a mirrored image of the obverse design. So we do not see the reverse design of the quarter, and that's because this coin has a Brockage. Absolutely amazing, man. Look at that. So this coin ended up selling for over $4,000. Can't beat that. Here's a 1979, which looks like a worn down Kennedy $half coin. However, it's actually a very rare mint error. This coin has a Brockage as well. It's graded by PCGS at an XF45. So here on the front, you know, looks like a worn down $half, but here on the reverse, you'll see that mirrored image of the obverse. You do not see the reverse design here either. That's why this coin sold for over $4,000. Now here's the 1983. I've done a whole video on 1983 and 1982 pennies, so feel free to just type in 1983 pennies here on YouTube, Couch Collectibles, and you'll find those videos. This coin is graded by PCGS at an AU55, so it's not a mint state high graded example of the 1983 penny. However, the coin was actually struck onto a copper planchet. Now in 1982, that was the year that they transitioned from copper to mostly zinc pennies, right? So the copper pennies weigh around 3.1 grams. The zinc pennies weigh around 2.5 grams. This coin is supposed to be zinc. However, it was struck onto a copper planchet, and that's what gives it a lot of value, and that's why this penny sold for over $16,000. Moving right along to a 1995, a double denomination here. So it's a 1995 1-cent design, Lincoln cent design that was overstruck onto a 1991 Roosevelt dime. 95 penny onto a 91 dime. That's why you see both designs. This coin sold for over $3,200. Here's a 1996 P mint mark, a Roosevelt dime that has been double struck, and we'll actually see that as we zoom in and flipped over. So you'll see the reverse design here. You'll see that lettering there by Liberty. That's the reverse lettering, the design there. So if you're not really paying attention to this, you may pass something like this up. It is graded at an AU58. So it's been double struck onto a 1995 10-cent coin. So 96 dime onto a 95 dime. Really awesome mint error here. This coin sold for over $2,000. Now I'm showing this coin in a previous video a while ago. This is a 1998 P mint mark Jefferson nickel that was struck 100 times, graded by Annex at a mint state 65. Look at that, that is insane. This nickel ended up selling for over $2,000. And then here is a 1999 P mint mark Delaware state quarter that was struck onto an experimental planchet. So there's not many of these out here. When the mint was messing around with you know, the golden alloys for the Sacagawea dollars, it was tested out on a few 1999 state quarters. So this is the result of them testing it out on the state quarter, and that's why this coin sold for over $3,800. Now, do not get these confused with the gold-plated quarters that, you know, companies sell and people, you know, plate themselves or whatever. This is a actual mint error, so don't get those confused with the other ones. All right, here's a 2000 Sacagawea dollar coin that has been double struck and it's flipped over, so we'll see the reverse design here at the bottom and through the rest of the obverse here on the obverse of the coin. And then as we go to the reverse of the coin, you'll see the hair and the lettering there from the obverse design. You know, there's a lot of these dollar coins at the bank that you can just get rolls and rolls of, and if you found something like this, you would just be really lucky, because it is a rare coin. It's rare to find, hard to find because it's rare. That's why this coin sold for over $1,300. But you know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the bank, get some rolls of dollar coins, see if we can find any missing letter presidential dollar coins or mint errors like this. That would just be amazing. Now here is a 2000 P mint mark Jefferson nickel that was struck onto a 1978 1-cent coin. Oh man, don't ask me how this one happened. You can actually see the word Liberty there below Jefferson's chin from the Lincoln cent design. You'll see the Lincoln Memorial design here from the reverse of the penny, here with the reverse of the Jefferson nickel. So this coin ended up selling for over $12,000 because of the mint error. Now here's a 2000 Sacagawea dollar coin. Looks, you know, somewhat normal, you know, it doesn't really look like too much, but it was actually struck onto a Maryland state quarter from the year 2000. So if we look here at the back here below the baby's head, you'll actually see the phrase "In God We Trust" from the state quarter. And as we look at the bottom there, you can see the design of the state quarter as well. I mean, something like this is going to be super rare. That's why this coin sold for $4,700. Again, you'll see parts of the design from the state quarter here on the reverse of the coin as well. Now here's another Sacagawea dollar coin that was actually struck onto a Susan B. Anthony dollar coin planchet. So big difference. You guys know what the Susan B. Anthony dollar coins look like. This coin ended up selling for nearly $11,000. Unbelievable for a $1 coin. Speaking of missing edge lettering, so if you turn your coin and look at the edge of it, there's usually lettering with the date and the name of the president, things like that on these dollar coins, right? This is a 2007 Thomas Jefferson presidential dollar coin. It is missing that edge lettering. So make sure you check all your presidential dollar coins for that. This coin ended up selling for over $1,700. You know, had it been in very poor condition, it would have not sold anywhere near this. You got to take into consideration that that the coin is also graded at a Mint State 66 by PCGS, because that adds a lot of value to the coin as well. Now here is a 2010 National Park quarter, and that was struck onto a 5-cent planchet. So super rare modern mint error coin here. This coin sold for around $2,800, nearly a $3,000 quarter there. Can't beat that. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.